time this, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out, flash, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out the back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Yellow, 43, 43.
You got nothing. Check. Race don't travel. Race don't travel.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, He just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Yellow. There's no warning. Hey, Ripley.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal. Check, 45 to Mike.
Right side.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They want this.
Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
play fake here on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Well, I've never seen this one. It's second down, and the punt team is out there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Yellow. There's a line.
Check 45 to Mike. Rip left, rip left. Hey, check Mike.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Corey Vedvik now set to punt. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw on 2nd down. Hurd. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Atlanta.
Ready up. 93's the mic.
Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let him know.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Rush in.
No score after one on EA Sports. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
I'm going back to you.
Off the play fake. Hurd looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off-play action. Hurd. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Off the play fake. Hurd. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run it. Freeman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Off play action. Hurd. This one caught by Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Chiefs nothing. Matt Bryant set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Barber on 1st and 10. There he goes right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Peyton Barber, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. And Bryant's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Out. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. 45.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Now Mahomes looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Vic Beasley able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 42 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Off the play fake. Hurd looking deep for Julio. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Pick your game up.
2nd and 10. It's Hill, complete. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
17 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And now he'll tuck it and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down, Falcons.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's the outlaw. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great pit.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Peyton Barber was the intended target, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Time to go, night. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Off play action. Hurd airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 66 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
That's it, baby. We're going to go.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Off the bootleg. Hurd going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Hurd. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons 38, Chiefs 10. Matt Bryant set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Peyton Barber. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You think you gonna get this?
Looking to throw on second down. Hurd nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Down. 3rd and 10.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
53 is the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on, D. Shut up. 53 is Mike.
Operating from the gun. Hurd. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end.
Let's get off the
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First down, Atlanta.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Hurd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Running is Barber. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Mahomes going to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Alert 3.
Off play action. Hurd. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hurd. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now here's Mahomes. It's caught by Roberts. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run on first down. It's Barber, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Yellow, I've got blue lane.
I'm coming after you.
Like
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. 3rd down here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Ready? 53. Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 66. Pull it. Half.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
At the 50-yard line.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle Show.